This was sent in to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from James Seelig. I wanted to get your opinion on where you place the Road Warriors amongst the greatest tag teams in wrestling history.
Okay, well, at least shorten to the point. Are you sure that wasn't Charlie from Starkville under an assumed name?
I'm pretty positive of it, yes.
Well, I mean, they're high up there. Here's the thing. I don't even want anybody to think I'm criticizing them, but there's positives and negatives to how far they rank in terms of all-time teams. There's only been really one tag team in wrestling history that has been the top box office attraction in the business over every other single individual person in wrestling, and that was Rocca and Perez in 59 and 60. And that was because of Rocca and New York. The Road Warriors are probably as close to as any other tag team has ever come to being the top box office attraction in the business since then. The Rock and Roll Express was incredibly hot for a period of time. Obviously, the Midnight Express was hot for a period of time. The Road Warriors, it was a phenomenon for the first, 5 years. And just if they were on the card and the Road Warrior pops, and it was just, they were so over that for that alone, they place way up there. Were they Bockwinkel and Stevens in the ring as far as performers? No, and they never would have said that. But at the same time, they were the best. They were the two best guys in the business to be who they were supposed to be. They pulled the Road Warrior gimmick off perfectly. So while they worked exactly like the Road Warriors should work, they were green at the start, then they kind of picked up on things, but they weren't as hard to work with as everybody thinks, as I've said before. So while they weren't, the second coming of Ricky Steamboat as far as smooth workers, they worked exactly like the Road Warriors should have. They looked exactly like the Road Warriors should have. They talked exactly like the Road Warriors should have, and they fucking drew huge money until WCW got fucked up. Nobody was drawing money, and then they went to the WWF, and they never got them there. Never got them. Vince never got the whole thing. They were. The Dark Side of the Ring episode pointed out in a lot of cases they were just too cleaned up. You could see it. They were just too cleaned. The whole thing was just too cleaned up, and they made them too entertaining, and put too much entertainment around them in the WWF. But for those 5 years, they were more over than almost any tag team ever has been, and, a fucking phenomenon. So they're, you would think they'd be top 5 of all time.